So most of the live-action Star Wars shows don't really feel like shows, and I feel like that's because most of these should have been movies, but that's a discussion for another time, because I'm not here to talk about each individual show, how it should be a movie, in what way, shape, or form. I'm not here to do that. But I'm just here to say about the overall quality of every single live-action Star Wars show. I'm only including the live-action because the animated shows work pretty well as shows. It's the live-action, for some reason. I guess when you're appealing to a larger audience, it's like, make it like a movie, which kind of doesn't work for all of them, but there are two examples, only two of these shows, that really work as actual shows, that being Mandalorian and Andor. Both those shows work wonderfully, and are done basically by the creator of the shows to make it an actual show. You know, Andor has 3-episode arcs, well, most of the episodes are 3-episode arcs, and it does feel like an actual show, like the Clone Wars, where it's like a mini-story taking place. There's also a grander story in Andor, which really makes it feel like a show. It really does. And The Mandalorian kind of has the opposite effect, where it's episodic, where every episode is its own story, and that's not the case for every single episode, but most episodes have a start, middle, and end, kind of recapping the prior episode in the first couple of minutes, like if you did not see one of the episodes, you're not going to miss a whole, like, it's not like crucial, so I'm trying to say, to that specific episode. Now, it's like, not every episode's like that, because there are some episodes in The Mandalorian that are very important, but for most of them they aren't. You can just watch them, without watching the rest of the show, which is really cool, and I don't understand why most other shows don't do that. Like, even with the Ahsoka series, it feels like a movie. It should have been a movie rather than a show. The Obi-Wan Kenobi show should have been a movie, which it should have. Book of Boba Fett should have been a movie. And it does create this very annoying pattern where there are episodes in these shows that are just straight up filler. Like, the 3rd episode of Ahsoka is filler. If you haven't seen it, you're not missing much. You literally just skip the episode and you literally not miss anything. It's literally just the characters landing on a planet, but they get interrupted by the enemies or the villains. That's all the episode is, and it is so freaking annoying. And this isn't the first time it does it. There are countless times in other live-action shows, like the 4th episode of Obi-Wan Kenobi, notorious for just being a filler episode. Book of Boba Fett gets hijacked by the Mandalorian for 2 episodes. Technically 3, but it's 2. Even talking about the Book of Boba Fett, the other episodes aren't really that amazing. They are sort of fillery. Keeps jumping to one subject to another, because most of these shows should have been movies, and they would have done very well. I hate talking about the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. I keep talking about it in every single video, but that could have made $1 billion. It actually could have, but they didn't. Like, if you're taking that show, all the episodes, combine it together into 2 hours, compress it down, it straight up could have made $1 billion at the box office. It would have been a smash hit, big blockbuster, a major win, but they didn't. But what about if I were to make a Star Wars show, how would I make it? Well, I think what makes a good Star Wars show is the limitations. When the Clone Wars and Rebels were airing on cable, they had to make commercial breaks. They had to actually split the episode up for commercial breaks and make the episodes fit in a time slot for a half hour. Usually the episodes would be 25 minutes. I think they are 22 to 25 minutes to add commercial breaks in. And so I feel like if I would make a show, a live action show, I would make it basically 20 to 25 minutes in length. I make the episode short, but also concise. Because when I remember watching the Clone Wars, the one thing that the Clone Wars does very well is that it tells a story very quickly. It gives you all the information you need very quickly. And that is what I would do if I make a live action show. Because most of these live action shows are extremely long and boring. Most first episodes of these shows are extremely long and extremely paced slowly. Like, I feel like the pacing of these shows are extremely slow. Also, another thing is the acting. Now, I'm not blaming the actors for their like performance. It's not just, like I said, it's not just an Ahsoka thing, but most of these shows have an acting problem where most of the actors feel very hollow, and like I said, it's not the actor's fault, it's mainly the directors, the writers. It's the director's fault, really, because they're not directing the actors and to emote enough. I'm guessing because they have so many episodes and backed up to all these shows, it's just get it over with, do this as quickly as possible, and so there's not enough time really to really get a good performance out of the actor, because they have to do all these scenes very quickly. And so if I made a live action show, I would actually spend the time with the actors and make sure to get a good performance, make every episode the best they could possibly be. And also, I would make it just, isolated episodes. All the episodes are not going to be one giant story. I mean, it could be one giant story, but it'll be over the course of many, many seasons. Most of the episodes will be isolated episodes, standalone episodes. Basically, I would make it a consistent thing to make the season premiere, season finale, a big episode, while everything else in the middle is standalone episodes. Maybe once in a while you can have a big episode, but that's how I would do it, because, like I said, most of these Star Wars shows aren't really shows. They're just extended movies. But I feel like I ended off here. I said what I wanted to say. I ranted long enough. So if you guys enjoyed, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. I'm gonna go now, so goodbye everyone.